Hello crafters, welcome to D's Creations and today's video. Today we're going to be making a Halloween themed glitter lantern. I've got the web die from my store and the skeleton die, and I've also got a bat die from my stash. I'm just covering this A5 black piece of cardstock with double-sided tape. I've run out of my 2-inch one and I cannot remember where I got that from, so I'm doing my best to try and find it so I can bring it to the store. I'm also going to be bringing some A5 adhesive sheets, but I'm just waiting for them to arrive because they're coming from China. So I'm just going to cover this, and as you can see, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect, but you get the general idea. So let's bring over my cuttlebug. And we were going to use the A, B and C plate sandwich. I'll put my cardstock on there. We're going to put the dies on there. Oh no, he didn't get his head. I was worried about that. I was worried that may be the case, so I'm going to use my scissors and I'm just going to finish it off. I thought that might have happened. So on the skeletal one, sometimes you do need to use a shimmy, and I think I need to do that on that one as well. So I'm going to run these through again, and I'm going to put a shimmy in this time. As you can see, crafters, because it didn't have enough pressure, these didn't cut out properly, so I'm just going to put these dies through my cuttlebug again, and I'm going to put a bit of card over the top. So this is just some scrap thick card that I usually make my 6x6 cards from. Just going to put that over the top, put the C plate over that, and we are going to put that through the cuttlebug. And that extra thickness should help those intricate pieces cut. Yep, that's much better. That is much better. And it looks like we have our skeleton all in one piece, so to speak. Okay, using our pokey tool, let's get rid of all these bits from the dies before we put them away. If you don't remember to poke them out, then they're just going to build up and you won't get a good cut when you go to use it again. So make sure you get rid of all the debris. Okay, now it comes to poking out our die cut images. Right, I've got 2 glass jars to one side. I'm not sure if I'm going to use both of them or just one of them, but I really want this skeleton to be on this larger one. So I'm just going to peel off the double-sided adhesive. Make sure that you get every piece of double-sided tape off, because obviously if you don't get that off, it's not going to stick to the inside of your jar. The other one I did similar to this, I stuck the images on the outside of the jar, but on this one the images are going to be stuck on the inside. I'm going to stick that to the inside of this large jar, and this jar here is a village candle. It's similar to Yankee candles. They all use the same sort of jars. So I'm just going to push this down, and I've just broken off his foot, but hey, it's no biggie. It's a skeleton after all. Be very careful. These jars have been washed out and all the wax has been taken off. Okay, I think I'm just going to do this large jar actually, and I think I'm going to cut this spider web. And then what I'm going to fill the inside of this jar, I am going to fill it with some orange ready mix paint. Now this is just paint that you use in schools, and I'm going to put some Mod Podge. Not tons of Mod Podge because obviously it dilutes the colour. So some Mod Podge. And then it wouldn't be Halloween with a bit of glitter, would it? So I've got some of this orange glitter, so I'm going to put that in there. And I'm not going to be shy with the glitter. I'm going to put tons in. And I'm going to put some of this gold in. And I'm going to mix it. Using the paintbrush, I'm going to paint upwards. I'm going to paint upwards, and then we're going to let gravity do the rest of the work. So let's put that to the side for 1 minute, and then we're going to tilt, and I don't know if you can see inside. As I'm tilting, it's bringing the paint and the glitter up from the bottom, and I'm going to give the jar a really good thick coat. Bring back the paintbrush if I need to. Obviously I want up here done as well. So good coat all the way around. So I'm just taking my time, making sure that this has got a good coat all the way around, making sure that none of it's on the outside, making sure that this lip has good coverage too. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it upside down. Onto my very messy paint tray. And we are going to let that dry. Now it's probably going to be about an overnight. This is going to be an overnight jobby. I'm going to let it dry overnight, and then I will bring back the finished article. So I'm going to turn it over. Now you will get a pool of it underneath, but don't worry about that. I'm going to put this in the airing cupboard, and we'll come back to it tomorrow and we'll finish it off. Okay crafters, this is now dry. Now as you can see, it's quite pale because I used the ready mix paint. If you used a acrylic paint, it would be a lot darker, but I really like the way it came out. I like the fact that it's kind of distressed looking. I love all the glitter that's inside. So we're going to decorate the outside of the jar now. I've got this orange and white ribbon which was sent to me by a friend, a subscriber. I think it's from the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to put some of this around the neck. So I'm just going to put some hot glue around the neck of this jar, all the way around, making sure that I have the connection at the back of the jar rather than at the front. Okay, let's cut that off. Okay, now do I want a bow or something on here? Let's see if I can make a decent enough bow with this. Okay. Okay, and I've got some leaves, some autumnal leaves, which I'm going to add here. And these are just leaves that I've used on previous projects that I've ripped off and kept. Even if you are getting rid of something you've made before, always take off the embellishments because they can always be reused. So I'm just putting them on the back there where the ribbons join, or overlap I should say. Okay, and I'm going to put this bow there. Okay, now let's put something on the centre. Now I've got lots of stickers and embellishments. I've just got to choose which one I want. I think I might want a candy corn. I've got these acrylic candy corns in my stash. Yeah, I'm just going to pop that in the centre. Okay, there we go, that's enough. I don't want the actual embellishments to overpower the actual jar. So, and then inside this jar I have got this this wire strand of lights, this micro lights. I do sell the micro lights in my store. They're a strand of 10. I think they're £1. So I don't think I have many left now. I think there's only about 2 or 3 left. So I'm going to pop them in, and that's what the jar looks like with the lights inside. I'll turn off the lights. So I think this would be a lovely little night light for a child, or even just on a candle stand to elevate it. But the glitter inside sparkles. There we go, that's what it looks like from the inside. But I think it's really cute. A really nice craft for you to do with your children while they're off in the October half term in the UK. Thank you very much for joining me, crafters, and I'll see you again very soon. Take care now. Bye bye.